and today we're taking a look at TFC's Leviathon, their take on Masterpiece Rippersnapper. First though, I just want to give a massive shout out to all my subscribers, people who keep coming back to watch these reviews. It's so cool and I wouldn't be doing this without you. And if you're new to my channel, if you've just dropped by, thank you so much. If you enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button. It really helps me out and I massively appreciate it. Okay, here we go. So in terms of accessories, we get the one blaster, which is an absolute notch and a half above the previous one on their version of Blot, which looked like a big super soaker. This has some of that in terms of the shape and size, but it's actually really well sculpted, well painted. It just looks a lot more premium. It is very good. And it will hold very securely in the hand. So that's good. So the head's on a ball, as most things are, will swivel all the way around. It's got a fantastic look up and a decent look down, but mostly from the front. It's kind of blocked a little bit from the side. The shoulders are on a ratchet, full 360 all the way around, 90 degrees out the side on a soft tension joint, but then you've also got a further ratchet from the transformation, so you can extend it further up that way. The elbows have got slightly more than 90 degrees and a bicep swivel. You've got a wrist swivel, and then the fingers are all individually fused together, but you do have the trigger finger effect there. Down at the hips, you've got an ab crunch thanks to the elbow joint. It's ratcheted as well, so that's pretty good. Full waist swivel all the way around. You've got hip skirts individually either side. Allow the legs to go forward all the way back, and then there's a hip skirt at the back which allows it to go all the way to the back as well. Ratcheted out to the side, very good, and there's a nice number of clicks in there as well actually. You've got a 90 degree ratcheted knee joint, and then down at the feet, this is where the problem lies, because the ankle rocker can only be activated when you've got it swiveled round with the claws at the front. You can't do it if it's in bot mode. Really pants, really unfortunate that. So I'm going to mark it down and it's frustrating because everywhere else is so excellent. So there we go. Poseability, 7 out of 10. For a quick comparison, here he is next to Blot. They're looking good actually. I need to get hold of Twin definitely. That's on the cards. So yeah, excited to kind of see how this team pans out. Looking pretty good, to me anyway. So in terms of quality, the paint is really well applied. You've got lovely accented pieces dotted all around, no blemishes. You've got really nicely finished plastic. The creams in this colour and the blues, it looks and feels premium. It's got a great heft, he's well built, all of the joints are solid, there's lots of ratchets in here as well. Really solid stuff. Unfortunately, mine has got a little bit of a QC issue in that these two fins here should be kind of opposing, and it's not obvious here in leg mode, but when we get onto alt mode I'll show why that is an issue. So it's unfortunate that, because overall the quality is a notch above on the previous release, their version of Blot, which is called Magnum. So I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. So in terms of presence, the figure absolutely pops. The colours complement each other really well, even though there's a big contrast there with the reds and the blues and the cream and this sort of shade of grey. It's probably got a posh name that I don't know. You've got nice little painted accents, the silver and the red and the green bit in the middle there. Overall, really good stuff. The sort of cleanup is good. You've obviously got a couple of stylized bits on here, but they work, of course they do. From the side, you've obviously got a massive shark head stuck on the back there, but he does have a shark mode, and it'd be kind of difficult to hide that. And actually, it's in keeping with the character, isn't it? You know, all combiner limbs must have a bit of kibble on the back, par for the course. So overall, the presence is really good. The face is fantastic. I think they're doing a good job with this actually, because you've just got so much character and sculpt in the face. It makes such a difference on the figure. So overall, presence is good. 9 out of 10. So in terms of transformation, it's not fun, it's not intuitive, but it is really well designed and engineered. You have to do things in a certain order, definitely, otherwise you're gonna risk breaking things on this. It's that kind of figure. It's got a lot to do, to be fair to it, because you know it's going from that bot mode to this kind of a shark mode, and also it's got to go, you know, into the arm mode as well. So there are lots of moving parts, and it's pretty confusing at times. But once you get through it, it actually does all tab into place really well. It's just quite a challenge to get there. So it's not fun, not intuitive, but it is well designed. So 7 out of 10. So onto alt mode, and this is a brilliant, beautiful walking shark. It's fantastically well done in terms of sculpt. And there's two aspects to that. One is the way that the whole body's kind of put together, because it's not obvious that this is a bot with legs and arms that fold up. They've done it really cleverly. You've got all these kind of moving panels, which while you're transforming it are kind of confusing, but once they're all snug into place, it just kind of makes this shape, and it does it fantastically. You've also got little sculpted detail bits that just break up the side of the body and the top, make it really interesting, add to the gaudiness, add to the overall stylized effect. Paint wise, you've got silver bits, red bits, accented bits. The teeth are all painted, they look fantastic. You've got translucent bits up at the top here, but also these pink bits as well. It just pops, it pops all over. Articulation, they've got multiple points on the arms, each individual claw. The legs are fully articulated, I think 1, 2, 3 points, and these are all really super solid joints as well, so you can kind of pose it and stuff. The tail moves, and the pincer bit at the end of the tail, that also moves. So yeah, it's really good stuff. As I say, just kind of niggly bits with you know, the QC of these two fins don't allow the back to tab together. But you know, that aside, it is a fantastic alt mode. 8 out of 10. So there we have it. Adding it all together, he gets a final score of 7.7 out of 10. And this is a good figure, to be honest. It's not fully masterpiece in all aspects, a bit like the previous one, but it is really intriguing, really interesting. On a personal level, I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. Really looking forward to putting all of these guys together. Yes, I've marked it down in a few places because for objectivity's sake, there are flaws with it, definitely. But on a personal level, really excited to see how this turns out. A big, huge combining masterpiece scale Abominus. You know, what could be wrong with that? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.